No, I'm sorry. I just dropped my camera. Today, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself so that you can know who I am. I want to recreate the base makeup that I wore yesterday. If you saw the TikTok that I posted, I am testing out the new Maybelline Lumi-Matte Foundation. She has a lot of claims, and yesterday I wore it for not 10 hours, maybe 6 or 7 hours, and I was surprisingly impressed. So let's just jump into it. I've already prepped my skin with my morning skincare, sunscreen. The only primer that I used is the One Size Secure the Blur primer. I simply patted it in the areas where I feel that my pores are more prominent. So I'm going to rehydrate my face and also use this as an extra priming step. This is the Skindinavia Bridal Priming Spray. I use this on all of my clients before I do the makeup, throughout the makeup steps, and to seal the makeup in. And then I just go in. Hello. I just go in and let that sit. First off, my name is Brittany Korn. I am a professional makeup artist based in Atlanta, Georgia. I started doing makeup when I was 18, 19 years old. I didn't wear it in high school or when I was younger. I started working, getting paid to do makeup when I was 20, and now I'm 30. So it's been 10 years. I'll be 31 this year. So working primarily in the bridal industry for 8 years, doing a lot of editorial and production too. So yeah, very multifaceted. I'll put up a bunch of pictures of my work too so that you can see what I like to do and what I like to create. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Lumi-Matte Foundation. This is a part of their Superstay line. I live, laugh, love the Superstay line. I got the shade 125. It is a neutral shade. I do believe it's a little too pink for me. I'm not sure that you'll be able to tell on camera, but we're just gonna make it work. We're just gonna make it do. And I'm gonna start with 1.5 pumps. And I'm just gonna go in with this Real Techniques, I don't even know, 241 brush. I haven't used this in so long. I don't even know what this is on here. It's okay. I am fascinated and inspired by shapes when it comes to my work. A lot of shapes I see on my facial structure or a model or client's facial structure really helps me navigate how I'm going to create a look. I'm a very emotional person. I am a Gemini. A lot of people are surprised when I say that. They're like, you're a Gemini? And I'm like, yes, girl. I'm a true Gem. True Gemini, May 31st. So I'm right there, dead center. But I say that I'm a very emotional person because a lot of my art is evoked from emotion, especially when you see me create a lot of the cool looks that I do on TikTok or Instagram, whether it be on myself or a model. A lot of those come from deep down in that soul, deep down in that soul. And that's just the first light layer. The claims of this foundation are to be breathable, airy, buildable, medium to full coverage, providing a matte finish, but the Lumi comes in when it reflects off the light, so it dries down matte. But when the light hits it, that's where the luminosity comes in. Okay, the second thing that I did in this base routine is I took my Dior Forever Concealer in the shade 2W. I want to use this for more coverage. So I'm just going to go in and create this triangle. And though this is already a full coverage concealer, I don't need this much product, but because I want to appear a little bit more airbrushed in this area, I'm going to use a lot of product. Dang it, I don't have the brush that I normally use for this. I'm just going to have to wing it. I'm just going to have to wing it. Okay, so I told you I'm a Gemini. I've been doing makeup for 11 years. About to be 31. I was born and raised in Columbus, Georgia, and I work in Atlanta. I have 3 cats. I show them sometimes. I have a boyfriend that I've been with for, I believe this year, 7 years. No, we are not engaged. No, we're not really in a rush. I mean, obviously, I'm like, hello, where is it? But also, I'm gonna go nowhere. I let my concealer sit for a little bit. And now I'm just gonna go in with this brush that I found. It's a really cool triangle. So I'm just gonna take this, and instead of buffing it, I'm really gonna press it into the skin. And I do have a little bit of discoloration up here, so I am just gonna lightly bring that up. Ooh. Oh. For some reason, I'm really craving coverage. Same thing to this side. I'll finish blending it out and come back. Oh my God, this looks so good. This is exactly what I wanted. My brows are in a really weird stage right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna do them. Look at me. I just told you that I wasn't gonna do that, and then I did it. You could say I'm a little indecisive. I'm a Gemini. What do you mean? Speaking of me being a Gemini, oftentimes you'll catch me being in a bunch of different styles. I need the variety in my life. That's what makes my clock tick and turn. When creating the cheeks, I did a lot of blush yesterday, so I went in with this cheek palette that I have from Busset. It has a ton of different blushes in it. Okay, so I started with a mauve blush yesterday. This is from the Senna Cosmetics. I'll link it in the comment description box. I'm just going in with this round Japanesque brush, and I'm saturating the entire brush, and I'm lifting my cheekbones up, and I'm starting in small sections with the blush so that I can build, number one, the opacity that I like, and number two, so I can stay in a certain area. I mixed the mauve tone that I just used and a little bit darker tone together. Every single product, every single cream product, sometimes powder, that I use is always, 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 always going to be warmed up and manipulated on the inside of my hand or the back of my hand. I do not apply directly to the face, not even when I'm working with clients, especially because of sanitation purposes, but this also gives you way more control and you're able to manipulate the product better. I'm gonna dip in here, fully saturate the brush. I'm supposed to be telling facts about you, but this is where I get engulfed in what I'm doing and forget to tell you things about me. I'm gonna use the angle to sit on top of the cheekbone and kind of just press this in, almost as if it were a bronzer. See how that just gave my cheekbone its natural sculpt? It elevated it a little bit. Just blend this out. And because this brush is a little bit more dense, it's also going to provide more color and coverage with the blush. And what I mean by coverage is it's just gonna have more pigment in it. It's not gonna be as sheer. Small mirror to double check our work. We need to bring this in. There's a little bit of a shadow casting here, so it might look a little bit brighter on this side. The next thing I did, signed, sealed, delivered, which essentially just means melt all your creams together and set them. Look at that. That's right here. That itself is beautiful. We could literally do this, curl the lashes, put on a little bit of liner, and call it a day. Cute. Okay, next steps. Next steps. Sorry, I can't sing. Normally, I'll set underneath the eyes first with a loose powder and a brush, but I'm actually just going to go in with the powder puff. This is the Artist Kit Company with the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom. I love the smell of this stuff so much. Everyone's like, you know, she made a perfume. Yes, but it doesn't smell the same. It does not smell like this. It doesn't have the same powdery, florally. It's just not the same. Dip into your powder, saturate it fully, and then get the remainder off with your hand. Make sure you blend out any of the product that might have settled in the crease. If it does settle in the crease, it's science. It's gonna happen. If there are creases and lines on your face, products are bound to fall into them. Just gonna set here. Only from here to here is where I'm gonna set with this specific powder. Yes, we're gonna go in with another one. We're actually gonna go in with 2 more powders. That might be too much, but it's nothing a little patty pat can't fix. Patty cake. Okay. Same thing. I'm so shook at how much I love the airbrush matte look. I love it on other people. I've never liked it on myself. Well, I take back the word never. I used to. But the past 5 years, I've been a glory girl. So, okay. Are you ready for this next step? All these steps aren't necessary, but if you want to try it to see if it works, and especially for longevity, do it with me. I'm going to dip into my Charlotte Tilbury shade number 1 pan. And this is what's really going to give that airbrushed. This is just going to, look at that. It just elevation to the max. Don't worry if you don't like a super matte look like this or something semi-matte. Don't worry. There are ways that you can come back from it and fix it. You can revive the glow. Okay, now that she's blurred, we're gonna go in with one more powder. I know, cringe. The Makeup by Mario setting powder. Listen to me. This powder, and I just do take a brush and right here on the cheek area. Come on, don't lose focus. I'm so sorry the autofocus is still doing that weird thing. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Place it in there and then on the forehead here. Look at that. She's an air brushed queen. The next steps. These are my favorite steps. Okay, we're gonna go in, hello, focus. We're gonna go in with a couple different shades, okay? A couple different powder shades, and then we're gonna go back in with cream. Yes, we are. My blush brush. I have to have this. Okay, hold on, pause. The brush that I normally use is soaking wet. So, not soaking wet, but it's wet. I'm dramatic, okay? The brush that I use is wet. So, we're gonna have to go in with this My Keiko My Soft Powder brush. I love this brush. I use this brush on all of my clients. It's so nice. It's so fluffy. It distributes powder so seamlessly. This is just my favorite. Okay. Let's go in with the Clinique Cheek Pop. She's really pretty. She has this luminous iridescence to her, shade Nude Pop. So it's a more nude blush. And I'm just going to douse the head of the brush, lift those cheekbones. And I'm just going to place it right here to start. This is where I want to start the color building. It's not going to be an ombre blush look. I'm really just going to make a blush cocktail. Bring the remainder sideways, not on the cheek, the apple of the cheek, but kind of above it. And this is a very light blush. This is going to be a little bit more of a warm blush, and it's She's Blushing Patrick Tall's blush. It's going to be placed in the area where your bronzer would normally go. And I put my hands on the back of the brush so that it's not a very heavy application. It's a very light, dusted application. And in circular motions, I just dust everywhere. That's my favorite way to build up blushes. I don't go in with powder blushes with brushes like these because you're just gonna place that pigment there. You really wanna use a super fluffy brush to distribute the blush in more than one spot. And I always lift my cheekbones up. Bring up to the forehead. Remember, this side's always gonna look a little bit darker because I have less light coming in this way. I've got 3 windows on this side. We're working on it, girl. I'm gonna go in with another Patrick Ta blush duo. This is in Just Enough. It's a really beautiful baby pink. And I'm gonna place that here. I really want it underneath the eye area. And then I kind of blend it in onto the brow bone. Whatever's left over. I don't even know that this is similar, because now that I'm just like doing the makeup, I don't even know that this is similar to what I did yesterday. But it's okay because she's cute, girl. I told you, I stopped telling you facts about myself. I forgot. I forgot to continue. If you have any questions about me, put them in the comments and then that'll help me think of things to tell you about myself. I'm the only girl of 4 boys. Another one. This time I'm really dousing it all over my face to really melt all of this together. Ugh. It's so good. It's just so good. Now we're gonna go back in with cream. Yes, we are. Let's do the Smith Cosmetics 115 brush. Take it and kind of give it some life. MAC Glow Play Blush and Blush Please. Place on the high point of the cheek. Take that foundation brush. Really blend her in. I want to see what it looks like on my phone camera. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay, we're gonna do a last step, and I'm gonna go in with the best step. Dior Universal 001, and I'm gonna take this pink shade right here. Same blush brush on the high point where that light hits. On the nose. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Curl the lashes. This is the Shiseido lash curler. I need a new one. This one and the Kevin Aquan one, two of the best ones. You are going to spend about $30, but they're going to last you. They're so good. Such a nice lift. All right, I just need to seal all of this in and we'll be done. Sealing it in with my favorite drugstore setting spray, the Milani. Milani Make It Last. Shake her up. Always spray to make sure that it's not going to make the dots. Douse. Give it a little fan. Okay. And this is the finished base look with the blush that we created. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope to see you in the next one. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to know about me. Comment down below. Let's chat. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.